Hello and good afternoon forever. It's great to be here, especially at December Success Day. It was 2 years ago that we first stood here to receive our manager pin, and it was our very first Success Day. Even though we'd been in the business since the February, I had never put any importance on attending a Success Day, but it all changed that day. The importance of the training and the inspiration of listening to stories and testimonials. After all, that's what we're all here to do, to further take something away to grow our business. It was on that day that Tony Hall stood up to receive her soaring manager pin, and it totally inspired me to do the same. And here we are, 2 years on, achieving ours.
Good afternoon, everyone. So for 2 years, we have managed to escape Bob and the mic and speak on this stage. Rebecca and I have been married for nearly 15 years and been together for 20. We have 2 fantastic boys in Lou and Edward and have been together since our teens. So I think it's fair to say we have been through many of life's ups and downs which have come our way. We bought our first house at 20 and married at 23 and 24. The forever opportunity came to us, not an opportunity that we went looking for, but we will be forever grateful that it did come our way.
So 3 years ago, I was invited to a business launch by Nicola Liggins, and it was a Friday night. It was actually the boys' karate night, so I accepted the invite and sent Stuart to karate. I got there, and it was a product party. Not at all what I was expecting. It was all aloe and aloe what. I'm ashamed to say I was rude, I was interrupting, I upset the hostess who was trying her very best to present the business and the products. So my sincere apologies to both Nicola Liggins and Faye Daly. I left there and I rang my best friend and I told her all about it. I told her I'd found her a way that she didn't have to return to work. She was on maternity leave and she asked me if it was for me. And I said, absolutely not, but you can do it. I used the product and I loved them and I referred them to everybody. And Nicola kept asking me to look at the business. She said I could earn a little extra money, £300 to £500, simply retailing some products. So I agreed to a one-to-one business meeting and Nicola came round and showed us the presentation. We joined, Stuart paid for the box, as I wasn't putting my money in case it didn't work. She left and we stood in the kitchen and Stuart said, we could make some money if you do this right.
Yes, we were really excited about what we had just seen, but not a clue on what we were going to do. However, we were excited for different reasons. Rebecca saw retail, and a bit more retail. I saw royalty-style income, marketing plan, big checks, and cars.
We retailed a lot of product. We went manager in 12 weeks and we recruited a few people into the business. But we showed them how to retail a lot of product. We made lots of supervisors by helping them to retail lots of product. So we joined on the 19th of February, had a launch from home and we retailed £900. We went supervisor in the March with 39 case credits, assistant manager in April with 55 case credits, and manager on May the 19th, finishing the month doing 109 case credits. I sold over 130 clean nines and sponsored 10 people. But I then received a phone call from Natalie Healy, congratulating me on becoming manager. And I remember telling my mum to shush, I got the big cheese on the phone. She said, very well done, but it's not duplicatable. You need to learn how to do this business properly. And then we went to a manager's academy hosted by Jane Leach, and she said exactly the same. It was duplication, duplication, duplication. Okay, so I'd accepted that we got there by selling lots of clean nines. But now was the time I had to learn to do the business properly. I had to learn how to be coachable and how to coach the right way.
So on the 25th of July this year, I sat the boss. Forever has allowed me to swap a full-time job in a big company that belonged to someone else to a part-time job in a growing business that now belongs to me.
Excuse me, don't you mean us?
Sorry about that. So let me tell you some of the differences between working for somebody else and working for myself. For a start, I no longer work 60 hours a week, and I no longer have a 5 a.m. start with an alarm clock. and I no longer take orders from other people.
No, whatever, you're going to take them from me.
Yeah, you can see we rehearsed that well, didn't we? I no longer miss sports days. In fact, I no longer miss anything else. I get to take the boys to school. I get to take Louis to training at Shrewsbury Town Football Academy. A huge goal had been ticked off. So these were our goals in February 2012 that we put down at our first planning meeting. 9 out of the 11 goals have been achieved. 4 out of the 5 people we put down as key people joined the business, and 1 went to manager. The £1,500 a goal we planned in 3 to 6 months was achieved in March, our first full month in the business. All our short-term goals were ticked off in 5 months. You'll also see that we had soaring manager down as a 3 to 5 year goal, and of course we're very happy today to say we've ticked it off early. We do have 2 long-term goals off this list left to do, the 3-week holiday and of course the Audi R8 for Rebecca. New goals have been made along the way and achieved, and this is what we love about the business. Get it down, put a plan into action and go get those goals.
Yes, it's been really great for Stuart to be able to sack his boss. It's given us back time as a family. And although I still have my bridal business, I keep it because I love it. And it proves beyond a doubt that you can build a big forever business part-time. But it's also given me choices. It's allowed me to put a manager into the shop to allow me to be more flexible. So I can really now have the best of both worlds. I've spent the last 20 years helping thousands of brides create their perfect day. And I'm privileged to say that 4 of my 5 managers were all bridal customers of mine. So I feel very happy to have been able to help them to follow their dreams.
I worked in the logistics industry, and after 14 years of building a good career, it was as good as it got. Long days, unpaid overtime, and on-call 24/7. I had accepted that this was my career. I wasn't really looking for anything else, as I was tied in with an MBO, a management buyout, and that was my pension. Now I have a new one, a better one, helping other people build and achieve their dreams. So at the end of July, off we went to Mid Wales for the Queen's Jubilee and rented a caravan. Then 3 days later, we bought a caravan because we could with the forever income. It's been a fantastic buy. The boys adore it, as do we. And to be honest, they only ever come back to get fed and watered. And it gives us that much needed time to relax and plan for the future. The business continued to grow, but we were still finding our feet. But what we kept being told was to go for the incentives. So that's what we did. So Bet received a call from Ange Lochran on her way home. Get on Forever Knowledge. I think you may have won another incentive, which we had. So we bagged 2 yellow suitcases, tickets for the Success Day with overnight stay in December. In July, we won the Power Team Manager Incentive, which was a planning meeting with Jane Leach at Longbridge.
In the September, we were both invited to speak at the QLS Day and to share our journey. And it was fabulous, but pushed us right out of our comfort zone. We'd only been in the business 6 months, and speaking in front of 800 people terrified me, but we did it. In the October, we helped our first team member, Natalie DL, get to manager and qualified for Car Plan Level 1. This was where my belief in the magic of forever happened. We did 40 case credits in 72 hours, and I thought it was just impossible. I even refused to go for it, but with much encouragement from our upline, we woke up on that morning, 0.4 case credits over, and my belief was set. This still is one of my biggest achievements to date. I really was over the moon with it. This was the point that Stuart began to take a serious part in the building of our business.
It was only when I saw how the business was growing and what we'd achieved so far, we could help so many others, our friends, our family, and anyone we knew. There are so many people struggling on a day-to-day basis, whether it be income or lifestyle, and our job is literally to share the business with them. In November, we had our planning meeting with Jane at head office. The weather that day was dreadful, and Jane still made the journey all the same. We didn't really know what to expect, and of course it was massively inspiring having a session with the UK #1. But it highlighted that we needed to work on our goals, on our focus, and that we weren't really working off the same page. So back we went to work on ourselves. So at the end of the year, 6 months after making manager, we qualified as Eagle managers, and we were rewarded with our first trip with a company to Sardinia.
So 2013 began where 2012 had left off. In the March, just after 12 months in the business, we achieved senior manager, still working the business part-time around our full-time commitments. Then straight after, in April, car plan level 2 was done, and I changed my car, much to the pleasure of everybody in the family. This is my stunning gold Daewoo Matiz with her beautiful eyelashes. Goldie was gone forever. The boys hated it and assumed the brace position every time they got into the car and were totally embarrassed. Then came the global rally in the April. We watched the live feed and we wanted to be a part of it. We saw all of the Hawaii pictures and quite honestly, we were green with envy. And a pact had been made that we were never missing a company rally ever again. We needed to achieve 1,500 case credits and pick up a cheque. But the envy was very short-lived as we were whisked off to Sardinia in May. And wow, what a fantastic trip it was. Getting the very best training available, meeting the top distributors in the world, and lots of new ideas were taken away and friendships developed. We had made it, or at least we thought we had.
Then the end of June came. 16 months after we started and working nearly every night, we got complacent. We lost our enthusiasm and we were becoming frustrated. We took our foot off the pedal and stopped prospecting and sponsoring. July and August, we went through the motions, helping team where we could, and not really investing time in our own business. We were asking why the team not performing and pointing fingers and playing the blame game. But looking back, we only had ourselves to blame. We stopped doing the basics too, so it only naturally cascade through our team. Our business, we realised, was not stable enough for us to do this. It was the first real big lesson we learned. We went from 200 case credits in June to 125 case credits in September. So in September, we got really serious, back to basics, and the rebuilding began. We knew it was going to take grit and determination to pull the business back up, but it was not going to happen overnight, but months of consistent hard work and no excuses. However, in the October, we did qualify for the rally at 1,500 case credits and for Chairman's bonus, but we felt we hadn't pushed ourselves enough and really could have achieved more that year.
Your team is very important. It's your team that's going to make the difference. We invested time to really get to know our team, to know them inside and out, their goals, and develop them. We went back to basics. We cut all negative out. The world is full of haters, whiners, and moaners, and they all love a bit of company. Some people take pleasure out of crushing your dreams and sucking energy out of your day. So we surrounded ourselves with great people who wanted the same things as us, and we inspired and supported each other. We made them independent. We helped them and develop their own business.
So we entered into 2014, and the Discovery Group was born. We took just over 30 distributors from our open team and restarted building our business. I was lucky to be part of a non-league team called Hensford Town in the 90s, a real golden era for them. We played in the 4th round of the FA Cup at Middlesbrough. They had a full international lineup. Emerson, Ravanelli, Juninho, Festa, all played that day. We had no chance on paper. But we took them to the 84th minute at 1 apiece, and eventually we lost the game 3-2. And the reason I'm sharing this with you today is that we had a team spirit that was tremendous. We socialised together, we trained together, and we stuck together on the pitch. And I was very keen to try and create this with the Discovery Group. Everyone was included in trainings, webinars, and having social nights out. From assistant supervisors to us, we would all help in the rolling training programme. January we knew would be a good month with the weight management programme, but the growth from February to March was fantastic. We did 80 case credits open business in February and 240 open business in March, the result of 6 months of hard work.
The Global Rally was just the most amazing week. The atmosphere was electric, as was the team spirit. It was just incredible and amazing to even be involved, and we were very, very grateful. To be given a cheque at the O2 was unreal, and to have the boys with us on stage was a fantastic memory for us always to treasure. The Saturday was made even more special by our dear friends the Salisburys achieving manager, becoming our third, so we could all celebrate together in London. The Salisburys really are the posh and becks of forever. They know how to work hard and play harder, and they both have the most incredible work ethic. qualified 100 club, car plan level 1, and have just helped their first manager come through. The team spirit from the rally pushed through all of our team. Everyone was motivated and on top form. In June, Camilla achieved manager, our fourth. Camilla has been a pleasure to work with, and she took her time learning the business and initially struggled to get her business off the ground. She sat at the rally in May as supervisor. Next month, achieved manager, and boom. All summer, whilst in Ibiza, Camilla was working from her iPad. Camilla's business just continued to rocket. Since June, has achieved 100 club level 1 and 2, car plan 1, 2 and 3, Eagle manager, and is now chairman's bonus qualified, with her new other manager needing to do 14 case credits to give her a +1 at 1500cc. Camilla is a wonderful, incredible lady to work with, and she inspires us daily with everything she does.
So something else special happened in June. Having learned our lesson from the previous year, we made a big change to the business, and I opened this on Father's Day. I handed my notice in on the 16th of June, and I got to spend the summer with the boys, leaving the day that they broke up from school. Straight after Success Day in June, we made the trip south as we could see something special happening and some amazing people to work with. Rachel Lee, manager in July, 100 club, car plan level 2, Eagle manager, senior manager, and as Rebecca said of this morning, needs 14 case credits for chairman's bonus. Not too bad considering Rach joined the business in January to get 30% off the products and still works full-time as a dental therapist. Shelley Allen, 100 club, car plan level 1, and I sacked her boss in November to concentrate on a forever full-time business. We kept the managers all tight to inspire each other and us. It massively gained promotions, incentives. We found solutions to everything together. We crunched numbers, we counted case credits. We supported each other through, it's been amazing. We also have to mention another special manager from our downline, Tina Middleton, who is an amazing addition to our manager group. From the Eagle trip in California in September, this lady is on a mission and really does have a fantastic international business.
So in October, it brought us soaring managers when our dear friends Helen and Mike became manager. We were oh so proud as Helen was on our initial top 5 people who you would like to join your team, as was seen on an earlier slide. But it only took Helen 2 years to join us, so thanks, Helen. You would have heard of Mike and his testimonial at the last Success Day, and due to a major back operation, their circumstances changed. And to be honest, the 2-year wait has been worth it. Helen and Mike are a wonderful couple to work with. They have developed a smashing team, both here in the UK and globally. Their enthusiasm and passion for the products and the business will see them have a huge 2015. But 2014 will see us finish over 3,000 case credits, totally doubled last year's case credits, level 1 plus 2 chairman's bonus qualified, and to boot a 6-figure income. But the real icing on the cake came last month, and a huge goal, and probably our biggest to date, was achieved. We moved into our dream home on Cannock Chase. Thank you. It's surrounded by miles of gorgeous woodland, a stunning family home, and this is what Forever has provided us with. We can't say it's been easy, but it's been very, very worth it.
So finally, I'd like to finish off with a huge thank you to all the support that's been given us every step of the way. A special thank you must go to Nicola Liggins for not giving up on Rebecca and helping us through the early stages of our business. Our upline is just an incredible line of success. It's far easier to try to be successful than not. Faye Daly, Debbie Nwanga, Claire Spencer, Tina Gillis, and a special thanks to Ange Locker and Natalie Ely. Both have had big impacts on our business in different ways at different times during our journey. And I guess to finish off, and the biggest thank you of all is to our fantastic team, who really have inspired us to keep pushing the limits with Forever and allowed us to help them and helping us achieve some huge goals this year. So thank you very much for having us today.